Tragedy into triumph. Your life is not over. When the walls seem like they're crashing down and you're having a hard time, you can pick yourself up and life goes on. That's the message from Shelton Wilder. She's a local Charlotte girl who's made it big in Los Angeles as a top real estate agent and joins us today on Your Day with Anna Koyman. How are you, Shelton?
I am great. Thank you for having me, Anna.
Well, I love that you say that a lot of your success actually even comes from being a Southern girl, because you got that little twang. Hey, y'all. Tell us your story about growing up in Charlotte and why you've never forgotten where you're from.
Oh, perfect. Well, thank you again. And yes, actually, it is Sheltonia from Gastonia. So that's where I was. I was born in Charlotte, raised in Gastonia, and then moved to Charlotte with my dad. My parents were divorced, and then went to actually Providence Day, and then decided to go to University of Georgia, go Dogs, and then came back to Charlotte and worked and started my career at Capitol, which is Laura Vinroot's store, and love her so much. We're still very close. And I worked there about 7 years. And
so for people who are not familiar with Capitol, just to jump in quickly, apologies for stepping on you there, but it's a beautiful boutique, a very high-end women's boutique that, you know, has become a real destination in this region of the United States for sure. So fashion is just kind of in your blood. And from there, you even started your own fashion line, is that right?
Yes, exactly. And then so I decided to move to Los Angeles and wanted just to start my own business. And I had a luxury lifestyle management business, and I planned some incredible weddings. And then I was a stylist and shopper for people. And then from there, I decided to start a clothing line. At the time it was called Sheltini. I have it on now, but it was just kind of this everyday wardrobe staple for every woman and everybody. That was like our little tagline. And then it was just kind of the underpiece for clothes that kind of my clients needed. And so I came up with that plan and was living in LA, and basically things kind of took a turn, and it was 2008 and 9, and I got really way in over my head and with my two businesses. And then I had to end up filing for bankruptcy. So I was, $500,000 in debt, and, just here to tell you the truth. What happened, I tried really hard, started the businesses, but it just, I thought I was going to be the next Sarah Blakely, and it just, things kind of turned around, but that wasn't over for me.
Yeah, well, I can tell they must be high quality pieces though, because you're still wearing it however many years later. You're still wearing it in your TV interview today. But tell us about being on Shark Tank too, because that, I don't want you to leave that piece out. I think our viewers will really find that interesting.
Yeah, so that happened. I ended up also getting sober, quitting drinking, and that was a big part of my life and my story, and kind of my triumph there. And then, so moving forward, then I restarted the business again. I called it Shimmy, and I was actually cast on Shark Tank. I was season 4, episode 7, and it was actually one of the most watched episodes ever because because Scrub Daddy is there, and that's one of the most successful things to come off the show. But my episode was quite dramatic. I was crying. It was very emotional.
You dramatic? No way. You can bring the drama. You can bring the entertainment. I can see why they cast you for sure. Did you bring out the Southern twang while you were there too?
Yeah, the whole Southern, yes, it was the whole thing. And it was just, it was quite something else. But I did not get a deal with the Sharks. And I was telling Anna yesterday when we were talking about how when my mom had a viewing party, but I couldn't tell her what happened. She's like, I'm saying I'm sober, I went bankrupt, I'm crying. And she has her wine. She's like, party's over, everybody's gotta go.
She's like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm sure she is. Yeah. I mean, come on, amazing. You have a great story.
Southern mom, wanting to die, no. But listen, cat's out of the bag. It is what it is. We're moving forward. And so anyway, I did that for a little while, and it was not really what I ended up wanting to do. And so I got married to my amazing husband, Clark, and then we had a son, Bo. And then we decided, he was like, yeah, we're not doing this. No more shimmy. We're done. And I was like, okay. Yeah. And so I decided, like, what do I want to do? Like, I had this fashion background, but what I really loved was working with people. And like I was telling Anna yesterday, it was kind of a lonely business to own a clothing brand, because it's more like shipping things out, and it's not interactive with people, which is what I love.
Yeah, sure. And you would probably get to go to some events every once in a while, right? But you're literally, I mean, you were doing the thing. That's how you have to start grassroots, right? You're putting the things in the boxes and putting the postage labels on. And
this is when you know that it's over. When I would get so mad when I get an order. Clark's like, okay, we're done here. I was like, it would like ruin my day when I got an order.
Right, you're supposed to be excited, but
anyway, so
well, it's pretty
moving
cool.
Forward. The what?
Well, it's pretty cool that you have taken all of the things you have learned, right? As a small business owner, you had to learn so many things. Even though you failed, you didn't really fail. They were just learning experiences, right? And now, clearly, you've picked yourself up. You have 2 beautiful boys and a loving husband and all of that, living a beautiful life in Los Angeles and running a top real estate team that is pretty much all women. Is that right?
Yes, it is. It is. And exactly right. Like I learned kind of how to be a CEO with those businesses that failed, but ended up, you take all the lessons from those. So when I started the Shelton Wilder Group and started my team, I knew that I had to treat it like a brand. And I knew I had to be the CEO, because a lot of real estate agents, they just sell one thing, take a vacation, no, mine is like, you got to invest back in. We have professional photographs, you do photo shoots. I mean, I just learned so much that it's been just crazy helpful, and like put me, I feel like, years ahead of, having this business. And there are about 11 of us. Yes, it's a women team. It's incredible. I love them so much. And I guess some stats, like last year, we sold $150 million in real estate, which is incredible. That was my 6th full year in real estate. I'm really proud of. And I'm ranked top 100 agents in all of Los Angeles out of 26,000 agents. So I feel really proud of that. And I'm so proud of all the girls and all of our hard work. And, that's really been an incredible part, I feel like, to keep going. And then I call it my positron. I just, when I was working at Capital, I was so young, I was like 21, and I was like one of the managers, and we were like, all working together. I'm like, okay, good morning. We're just going to be positron today. I mean, I've just been saying it and living that ever since, and always having a great attitude.
Yes.
So.
Sheltonia from Gastonia has the positron attitude. I love that. Very, very
there
good.
I am.
Well,
and I do, like you said, I do think being Southern, and I call it, I'm like Southern California charm instead of Southern charm. But so that's kind of where. But what's been so great about it is just the way I treat people, and the way that we host open houses, and even like we treat it like our own store, kind of how it was at Capital. It's like you greet everyone, you're so sweet. We bake cookies. We just do things a little that kind of Southern way, and really building relationships. That's what's been, I think, the difference in the key to success out here, and what's been attracting wonderful clients, wonderful teammates, and then also I'm really consider myself to be an agent's agent. I really want to get along with the agents, because we're the ones that I want my clients to be able to get the house, and they'll know that they have a nice person they're working with, not like the shows and the things that you see out there, like the fighting and the yelling. That's
not you, huh? You're like, I don't need that in my life, because you're positron. You don't need that in your life.
Just stop. It's embarrassing.
I want to hear from you the marketing, the branding, because that seems to be really ingrained in you and has helped to fuel your success, right? So of course the little things like baking cookies when people are in the house, that's going to make the house stand out and probably smell amazing. So they're like, this, have nice warm fuzzy feelings when they're in there. But to even get them in there, you've got to market and brand and all of that. How have you been able to do that as somebody who perhaps didn't even study marketing and branding?
Oh, well, actually, that was my major at
Oh,
University of Georgia.
I figured it was
So,
business. Okay.
was marketing. So I do feel like I did get some tips from that, but I feel that what I started doing in the beginning was my Instagram page. And now I have a full-time social media manager who is incredible, but I just started with that, with having gorgeous photos, going to open houses, going to, meet other agents, posting their listings, but before I had any listings. I mean, before I had anything, I just wanted to get it out there and make sure people knew what I was doing, and also knowing, kind of have a design background. So that's helpful. But yes, I feel that Instagram and doing the videos has been so incredibly important. So it's been almost 7 years now that I started doing my Wilder Wednesday series, like the power of video. And I would go on there and I was like, hi friends, welcome back to Wilder Wednesday. I mean, my family, I have 5 siblings, they're all in Charlotte. They were all making fun of me, they all teased me, but I didn't care. I just kept going.
Yeah.
And I kept doing those videos, and so people they just are like, oh, Wilder Wednesday. It's the consistency is key. I never stop. We post 6 days a week, no matter what. We have stories going. We promote I do like a motivational mama. I promote other agents, other listings, other friends. I do a lot of networking. I love to build up women in my community. And so I think all of those things together have really been kind of the difference. But yes, that video and having high quality photos, videos has been so great. So yeah, and I do a lot of give back, a lot of charity work, and I feel that that is so important to just, because it seems like with a lot of the shows, which are very successful, and I have nothing negative to say about it, but there's a lot of me, and look at me and the flashiness, and I really try to turn that into, as agents, what can we do to give back and to promote others? So
yeah, and when you give back, you feel great, they feel great, everybody wins. You've taught us a lot today. You haven't just inspired us, but you've given us some tangible take-home tips that whether we're a real estate agent or anybody who's trying to get ahead in our career, having that personal brand that you've been able to have and the tips you've shared have been great. And we're going to have you back again to share some home buyer tips for both sellers and home buyers themselves. So stay tuned for that. Shelton, thank you so much for joining us on Your Day with Anna Koyman today.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. And friends at home, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you can get notified when we release our next one. That's Your Day with Anna Koyman. See you next time.